Orang Malaysia pakai baju tradisional walaupun hari biasa, bukan sahaja untuk hari raya. Sebab saya pernah nampak orang yang pergi kerja pakai baju kurung, baju batik ke dekat shopping mall, dekat masjid pun ada juga. Kalau dekat luar sana negara lain memang sangat.
I've never seen such a relaxed police station, especially in my home country. You probably just don't know, but in my home country, in Russia, if you go to a police station, you have like a 50% chance that you will be like either tortured.
Wallahi, Hari Raya is so special in Malaysia. Wallahi, it's so special. And saya memang bersyukur untuk ada di Terengganu dan dengan keluarga baru saya untuk Hari Raya. Masya Allah, tabarakallah.
Guys, pernah tak tengok netizen luar cuba nilai Malaysia, tapi ending dia terus diam, tidak tahu mau cakap apa, bukan sebab tidak ada komen, tapi sebab realiti yang dia nampak langsung tidak sama dengan jangkaan awal. Ini yang membuat ramai jadi terdiam sendiri.
The biggest culture shock about moving from America to Asia is not what you would think. It's not how affordable the food is. It's not how friendly the people are here or how everything is so convenient. It's that people do not tip here. And it's such a weird thing to get used to. Because where I'm from, you have to tip for a coffee at Starbucks. You have to tip for every meal you go. And sometimes you even have to tip at McDonald's. But here in most places in Asia, it's not a very customary thing to do. I was just out at a really nice restaurant getting some really nice nasi lemak, and a really nice like high-end scale cafe.
Okay.
Really quality, not just like the local places, but the actual very nice high quality cafes and restaurants. And it's just not really a thing to do because everything's already included in the bill and they don't expect you to tip. You, of course, can leave if you want, but no one really cares if you tip or not. Whereas if you're from the US or America or some places in Europe, it's crazy. The tipping.
I've never seen such a relaxed police station, especially in my home country. You probably just don't know, but in my home country, in Russia, if you go to a police station, you have like a 50% chance that you will be like either tortured.
Bagaimana orang luar memberikan respon mengenai polis yang berada di Malaysia, mengatakan kalau di negaranya sepertinya seolah-olah dianggapi sebagai seorang yang bersalah dan sebagainya, ataupun mungkin akan disiasat ya dan sebagainya. Ini hal-hal yang sangat berbeda dan berada di luar kotak pemikiran saya juga ya, karena boleh-boleh juga mereka mereview polis yang ada di Malaysia ini ya guys ya. Mereka mempunyai pendapat ataupun perbezaan yang sangat-sangat ketara guys ya. Oke, kita lanjutkan apalagi yang dikatakan ini.
I mean, like it's not that bad.
Unusual experience. I wouldn't say that all police stations
di Malaysia.
In Russia, if you come to a police station, they always by default assume that you are the evil here, and they will try to turn every situation in a way that this is your fault. You either not complain, or if you complain to us because you give us some work, you know, extra job, we will just destroy you.
What about a foreigner in Russia?
Well, actually, as a foreigner, you are much safer in Russia. You're completely safe, kind of image, you know.
I'm currently traveling in Uzbekistan with a big group of Malaysians, and as one of the only foreigners, I want to share some things that I've learned about Malaysians so far. Number one is got to do with the sun. For me, the sun here is not that hot, not hot like Malaysia, but it's super funny because any moments that we have to stand in the hot sun, cannot. The Malaysians are finding the shade straight away, which is normal, but it's really funny. The other day when we arrived at the mosque, we just had to wait 2 minutes before getting into the shade of the mosque, and at that moment, Abbas said, oh no, Malaysians cannot stand in the hot sun. And then in that moment I turned around and there was an uncle standing behind like the skinniest tree like this, trying to get the shades, and it just proved Abbas's point. It was just so funny. Another thing I've learned about Malaysians is Malaysians must makan nasi.
Orang Malaysia sangat kuat makan nasi. Oke, itu adalah pelajaran yang kedua. Oke, kita mesti makan nasi kan guys, sebab makanan itu merupakan makanan asasi kita di Asia Tenggara ya. Jadi pokoknya mesti makan nasi. Kalau tidak makan nasi, habislah. Memang rasa lapar sangat ya.
Other day, we hadn't eaten nasi until dinner, and then the next morning, when I went to check all the breakfast options, the nasi was gone. Malaysians had been there. That was a sign Malaysians had been there. The nasi habislah. We've had to change some of our meals to include a little bit more nasi, which I find really, really fun for me. If I don't makan nasi, okay lah, never mind. And one last thing, this one is super random, but we bumped into a persimmon tree last night, and I learned that the name for persimmon is pisang kaki, which literally translates to banana foot. Who named a persimmon banana foot? I'll never know.
They probably never heard of Malaysia. People often ask, like, what are women's rights in Islam? Because it's a culture shock for people who think that Islam is somehow repressive of women. Majority of the people that are running things and running things par excellence are women here, mashallah. They found some sort of a formula that works here. Muslim minorities sometimes in the West and other places are like, I wonder what Islam says about that. I don't think we have to think about this in theory. We can just visit Malaysia.
Thank you so much for saying this. And most of the team of SIBF is predominantly female, and it's run in a very, very high level.
Saya tak sangka lah dekat Malaysia orang pakai baju tradisional walaupun hari biasa. Sebagai orang luar yang duduk di Malaysia, satu benda buat saya sangat kagum. Orang Malaysia pakai baju tradisional walaupun hari biasa, bukan sahaja untuk hari raya. Sebab saya pernah nampak orang yang pergi kerja pakai baju kurung, baju batik ke dekat shopping mall, dekat masjid pun ada juga. Kalau dekat luar sana negara lain memang sangat susah you nak nampak hari biasa pun pakai baju tradisional, apalagi pada hari raya pun kalau dekat Bosnia sudah tak ada baju tradisional tau. Sebab tu saya sangat respect dekat Malaysia sebab diorang masih pegang pada tradisi diorang. Kalau korang macam mana pula, hari biasa pun pakai baju tradisional ke atau sahaja pada majlis tertentu? Cuba.
Kalau kita di Malaysia ni, hari Khamis kita pakai baju batik. Hari Jumaat tu kita akan berpakaian baju Melayu. Satu set lah, lengkap. Ada sampingnya, ada songkok. Boleh dikatakan di Malaysia ini itulah dia punya aturan. Setiap hari Khamis akan pakai baju batik. Baju batik Malaysia. Hari Jumaat akan berpakaian baju lengkap, baju Melayu. Sebab di negara mereka tu tidak seperti yang ada di Malaysia. Jadi di Malaysia ni mereka beranggapan sebagai satu mindset yang baru mereka nampak. Dan itu membuatkan mereka terasa culture shock, yang menjadi satu kejutan juga sebab di negara mereka tu lain, berbeza sekali. Itu yang mereka gambarkan, respon dan juga reaksi mereka ketika datang ke Malaysia. Dan saya juga melihat bahawa wow, ini sangat-sangat luar biasa kerana bahasa Malaysia itu boleh dikatakan dituturkan dengan cara yang baik. Mungkin suaminya ni orang Malaysia. Barangkali ya guys ya. Apapun kita lanjutkan.
Share dekat komen dan jangan lupa follow, save dan share video ni. Terima kasih.
These are some things which shocked me about Malaysia after moving here from Sweden. One is how technologically advanced it is. So like all the QR codes at all the restaurants where you can just order at your table, the QR codes to pay like using touch and go, that doesn't exist in Sweden, and it's crazy that it's just so common here. Second one is not using a knife. So using a fork and a spoon to eat instead of a fork and a knife. Especially with meat, I still don't know how to do it properly. I'm so clumsy every time I'm trying to pick the meat off the bone. The third is how much luxury exists in Malaysia. So fancy cars, fancy restaurants, fancy cafes, they are everywhere, which doesn't really exist in Sweden. I assume it's because the gap in income is not so high in Sweden. So like the gap in establishments is not so high. So here you can literally get a meal for 500, 600, 1,000 ringgit, but you can also get a meal for 5 ringgit, which does not exist in Sweden. Finally, this is kind of niche, but there is no good salty popcorn here. Like there is salty popcorn, but it's not good. It's not buttery and it's not salty enough. And I've been trying to find one for so long, but I haven't found any.
Saya dah sampai ke Australia selepas saya ada di Malaysia di Terengganu untuk Hari Raya. Dan saya nak cakap ini ke semua orang Melayu. Tapi saya rasa saya mesti guna bahasa Inggeris untuk kata ini sebab saya dok tahu macam mana cakap semua ini dalam bahasa Melayu. Jadi wallahi Hari Raya is so special in Malaysia. Wallahi it's so special, and saya memang bersyukur untuk ada di Terengganu dan dengan keluarga baru saya untuk Hari Raya. Masya Allah, tabarakallah. Saya bersyukur. Wallahi saya bersyukur. Dan saya nak kata ke semua orang Melayu, it is truly something so special, and it's something that I've never witnessed before in Australia or other parts of the Western world, where your doors are literally just open and people, family, friends are just coming and going, and I've never seen anything like that. It is truly so special. Wallahi, it's special.
Masya Allah.
And I just want to say Selamat Hari Raya semua, and truly just be grateful for
Pengalaman.
the experience that you guys get to have every single year at Hari Raya.
Okay.
And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows us to reach another Ramadan, and inshallah wa ta'ala by next Ramadan I'll be in Malaysia, living there. And
Thank you,
I cannot
brother.
wait for next Hari Raya, inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Ramai netizen luar sebenarnya datang dengan mindset yang sudah terbentuk awal. Ada yang fikir Malaysia ini biasa sahaja, tidak banyak keunikan, malah ada yang sangka suasana hidup di sini agak membosankan. Tapi bila tengok sendiri video tentang kehidupan harian di Malaysia, terutamanya suasana bandar, kemudahan awam dan gaya hidup masyarakat, reaksi dia terus berubah. Contoh paling jelas, ramai terkejut tengok sistem jalan raya, pusat beli belah besar dan susunan bandar yang tersusun. Ya, benda yang dianggap biasa di rakyat Malaysia rupanya jadi sesuatu yang wow di mata orang luar. Satu lagi benda yang selalu buat netizen luar terdiam adalah sikap masyarakat Malaysia sendiri ya. Dalam banyak video ya, jelas nampak budaya tolong menolong ya, adab sopan dan cara orang berinteraksi dengan penuh hormat. Ini bukan benda yang dibuat-buat ya, tapi memang sebahagian daripada budaya harian. Ada netizen luar yang akui suasana seperti ini susah mau jumpa di tempat lain. Bila tengok orang tidak kenal pun boleh bantu tanpa mengharapkan apa-apa. Itu yang buat dia rasa terkesan. Dan di situ ramai mulai sedar guys, Malaysia bukan sekadar negara, tapi ada nilai kemanusiaan yang sangat kuat. Malaysia juga sering buat orang luar terdiam bila bercakap tentang kepelbagaian. Dari segi budaya, makanan, bahasa sampai ke tempat pelancongan, semuanya bercampur tapi masih harmoni. Itu yang membuat ramai kagum. Contohnya, ya dalam satu tempat boleh jumpa pelbagai jenis makanan ya dari budaya berbeza. Dalam satu komuniti, pelbagai kaum boleh hidup bersama tanpa konflik besar. Ditambah pula dengan lokasi menarik seperti pulau, hutan dan bandar moden. Gabungan ini membuat Malaysia nampak lengkap di mata dunia. Jadi bila tengok balik ya, poin pertama ubah persepsi, poin kedua sembuh hati, dan poin ketiga ialah buka mata tentang realiti sebenar Malaysia. Tidak heran kenapa ramai netizen luar akhirnya terdiam, bukan sebab tidak ada pendapat, tapi sebab apa yang dilihat itu lebih daripada apa yang dijangka. Oke guys, jika ada pendapat dan info ingin berkongsi di sini, tulis di ruangan komen ya. InsyaAllah kita akan ketemu lagi di video yang akan datang. Sampai jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.